So you've just gotten into the cave on the bottom right of the map. You're looking through the thing, you've gone through all those zealots, the believers, all the scorched in general. And you've noticed there's a boss arena, and this is the boss, by the way, the legendary or alpha scorched beast. In the clip I'm using 18 mini nukes because I wanted to use the Fat Man on a stream. So it's working relatively well, but if you don't have a Fat Man, just do what I'm doing here and bring some good armor. You don't have to use power armor, actually, or at all even. So I'm using power armor just because I had it on hand, and I'm using the Fat Man because I wanted to. There's a glitch where if you hover over the weapon you have equipped in your favorites, while the thing's shooting at you, it could get stuck midair or do no damage at all. You're seeing I'm doing it here. And when it gets super low health and it hasn't done anything in a few minutes or seconds, it will sometimes just fly straight up and go through the roof. Don't worry, just go to where it was and it will typically circle around, fly back down. If it starts doing the dust attack, just leave. It's not going to come back. Oh, and if it does, it's going to be stuck in the fucking front door, so you might as well just take the elevator out of there. Halfway through the fight, it will start summoning Scorched to come and help it, but if you're doing something similar to this, then it's already dead by the time they get there. By the way, don't just bring one type of gun, bring two weapons. I brought a melee, which was the fishing hook. I brought the fishing hook and the Fat Man, and the fishing hook has a legendary effect on it that if they're at full health, they take damage, so it doesn't quite help, but it's still a good melee weapon, so I'd suggest bring something that does more than 150 damage for your secondary. And your main one should do a lot more damage, doesn't matter the DPS. Or even if you have something that does a lot more DPS than any damage, then take that as well. Here I finished the thing. I just wanted to point something out here. He looks like he's shaking his head now. And then his friend comes over to ask what's happening. Now sometimes when they die they do this where they just spaz out pretty much, but luckily this time it wasn't too bad to where I couldn't get the loot, and the loot was decent. It's not high, it's kind of lowbrow, but it's alright. To note, there are other scorched beasts in the arena, like there's a queen to my left which was a scorched, but it's got random weapons and gears and crap like that. There's a scorched beast on the stairs that you just saw there. There's random dead scorched bodies around, like mirelurks and crickets. And there's dead Brotherhood of Steel people here. Typically they'll be in power armor, but some of them won't. There'll also be turrets that'll have ammo, vacuum fuses. Sometimes they'll have circuits. And one of the scorched beasts are pretty much guaranteed not to actually activate at all. Like this one. This was the one of the three, but I wasn't bothered to get the other one. Now, this is one of the areas where if you want the experimental MIRV, you're going to have to come to a highbrow area, which is here in the cave. Now, when you want to get the MIRV, you're going to have to look through most of the bodies. In this one, it was the Scorch Beast at the very back, but it is very common on Scorch Beasts. The MIRV, if you didn't know, is a Fat Man that can shoot up to 9 nukes at a time. Here's a demonstration. Pretty big, not gonna lie. I will admit I don't actually think it shoots 9. I haven't been able to check yet because I kind of ran out of nukes after this, but I'm pretty sure it just shoots 4. I see 4 of them fall and launch, but I don't see the other 2. Just a little thing, probably not even real, I'm probably just seeing shit, but anyway. In the back, there's a Brotherhood of Steel quest that you can get as well. It's a Steel quest item in the very back, it's beside a bag, owned by a Brotherhood of Steel member. I can't pronounce the name, don't ask please, it's just there, you've seen it. There's also ultrasight ore everywhere, which you'll want to get as you're going around. Now, to upgrade the MIRV, you need to go to a weapons workbench, like always. And what I'm doing here is I'm showing you it. It has the way you can tell is there's a cylinder instead of an actual fucking nuke. But the cylinder, when it shoots out, doesn't move forward either. So if you don't even know what the MIRV is, or if you don't know what I'm talking about right now, which is, let's be honest, you probably do. Hi, thanks for watching this far. Please subscribe if you want. If you didn't like this, then tell me why, it really would help. this is the first one, to be honest. I'm gonna make other parts of the cave because I think people need to know about this cave more, because it is a good spot and give good weapons like this fucking single action revolver. But I really just want to get the word out for this, and I also want to try and just educate people more on it, because there are too many kids in this. I know it's a relatively new game, but there's too many kids in this who just don't know what they're talking about. And yes, you could say that about me, because I haven't fucking studied this cave in detail, but I do know the basics, and I do know the tips and pro tips and whatever you want to call it. So, thanks